this stimulus package, payroll protection. There's some layoff benefits. What are you guys? We haven't really talked about it too much in the last week. What are you guys seeing in there for people like us, for people, our listeners?
Yeah, so if you're a small business, which is defined by anyone with under 500 employees, there's actually some pretty sweet offers.
I'm pretty surprised.
Yeah, and so we'll have to see how they actually get administered when the money comes and how easy it is to actually process. So apparently, first of all, it's going to be administered through banks. Mm-hmm. So your Wells Fargo, your Chase, those are the people that are going to administer it. And the offer that I saw that was the most interesting was they will pay the 2.5 times your monthly payroll. So they'll take the average of the last 12 months and use that as a basis to how much to determine to lend you.
Yep.
Then part of that, they're excluding everyone who makes over $100,000. So they're saying those people we're not looking out for.
So employees who make over $100,000, you have to
eliminate from what you're potentially getting in aid.
Got it.
And then outside of that, there will be the payroll tax benefit. The interesting thing about that payroll protection loan program is that if you do qualify, you do get the money and you document it properly, they're actively looking to forgive the loan.
Yeah,
they do not want to collect the money back.
Yeah.
So if you misuse it, then they're coming after you. And some of the terms are up to 30 years at like a fixed interest rate of like 3.75%.
Yep.
So it's literally free money if you can get it.
Yep.
So we've reached out to our banks for every entity.
Yep.
Report back if the money's there or not.
Yeah, it'll be good to give a real live updates on how the process actually goes. Because look, sometimes these things are like, holy shit, you did surprise us. A lot of times it's a letdown. There's always a hoop you had to jump through that you didn't qualify for or something like that.
I'm waiting for the letdown.
So
you got to.
Yeah.
That's the right way to be.
Yeah. I'm not expecting
anything.
No.
But if you do qualify, there's no personal guarantee and there's no collateral required, which is SBA never does that. I remember 15 years ago or 18 years ago when I started, I went to the SBA for a loan. Mm-hmm. This is like literally 21.
Probably laughed at you.
And they're like, okay, what kind of real estate do you own? I'm like, I'm 20 years old.
Yeah.
I have nothing.
Yeah.
I literally don't own one. I don't even own this shirt. My parents gave it to me.
Yeah.
I was like, what collateral are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's a joke. But like, I think to me, if this package actually gets administered to the right businesses, it is game changing. It will save a ton of businesses.
That's for sure.
Because the $1,200 at the end of the day, unfortunately, it's federal minimum wage is how they calculated it. That's not enough.
Yeah.
That's just not enough in big cities.
And I got to say, I agree with the Republican stance here, unfortunately, that if you look out for the businesses are able to keep paying the employees. And then you don't have to worry about all that stuff. But if you only look out for employees, barely get them by with $1,200, all the businesses go out of business and there's nowhere for them to even come back to.
Yeah, I think the problem, and so the Republicans have it half right. Like you have to fund the businesses, but the issue is if you don't fund the businesses without strings attached, like you can't fire people, you can't use it for stock buybacks, you can't use it for CEO bonuses. That's where they get in trouble because it just becomes this blanket slush fund that, hey, if you have extra money and you fire people, you boost your profits, CEO gets paid more.
But that looks like that's in there, right? That you can't lay people off.
That's what the Democrats held it up for, and I think that's what got put in.
Yeah, and if you lay off people and stuff, you have to pay the loan back then.
Yeah. Okay.